Hi, everybody. We welcome you into ESP Media coverage of OHSBVA Ohio Boys High School Volleyball action as we are working our way towards Columbus. It's the OHSBVA tournament time as we come to you from Centerville High School. My name is Greg Waddell. Very happy to be here with you on this Saturday afternoon on what it will be the first of 3 broadcasts during the course of the day. A couple of Division I matchups as well as the Division II regional final. As our first match this morning will feature the top seed Elks from Centerville High School as they will take on the 6th seed Thunderhawks from Lakota East High School. My name is Greg Waddell. We are very happy to be back here again broadcasting OHSBVA. The players are out on the court and they are going to be introducing the players here in just a matter of moments, so we will go down to the floor and get that. But before we do that, we are going to pause here as they are going to play our national anthem, and we'll be back with the starting lineups in the opening first set when we return the OHSBVA Championships from ESP Media. Greg Waddell back here at Centerville High School as it is match number 1. Top seed Centerville and 6th seed Lakota East ready to get this underway as the winner will advance on for the championship next weekend. Let's go down to the floor and get the player introductions.
Number 4, Carson Hill. Number 5, Max Bierman. Number 6, Will Hulskamp. Number 7, Drew Humminford. Number 8, Lucas Blackburn. Number 9, Kyle Bilo. Number 10, Jake Reisner. Number 12, Grant Seimer. Number 13, Nam Nguyen. Number 14, Ian Zeck. Number 16, Sebastian Navarro. And they are coached by Brian Coolman and assisted by Gabe Beeman and Darcy Marsh. Now let's meet the players and coaches for the home team from Centerville High School. Number 1, Jackson Stevenson. Number 2, Braden Scott. Number 3, Grant Hatner. Number 4, Parker Reed. Number 5, Corey Holbrook. Number 6, Michael Phillip. Number 7, Kevin Whitehead. Number 8, Aiden Burley. Number 9, Brandon Moe. Number 10, Owen Waller. Number 11, Jacob Massey. Number 12, Tate Calhoun. Number 13, Cougar Bolin. Number 14, Alex Martin. Number 16, Tyler Steppen. And number 15, Zane Greenberg. Centerville is coached by Corey Burge and assisted by Laura Ryan, Matt Onweller, and Ann House.
There you go, our player introductions as we are just about ready for regional final action here as the Centerville Elks and the Lakota East Thunderhawks ready to get at it. Centerville, number 1 seed, finished the regular season 15-10, but they were winners of the Greater Western Ohio Conference. That's the GWAC to their friends as they finished with a 7-1 conference mark. And again, 15-10 overall. These teams did meet head-to-head once during the course of the regular season, and that was a 3-set win for Centerville right here at the Centerville High School way back in April. Obviously, lots have changed, so we'll see how things will play themselves out. Centerville, they are led, well, by their head coach. You heard him, Corey Burge, as he was introduced. He is the GWAC Coach of the Year, and also in the GWAC, their Athlete of the Year is Aiden Burley. He will kind of be their go-to man. Aiden Burley, 6'5" middle blocker, and he'll also be out on that outside hitting. 276 kills, that led the team. 175 digs, also led the team. 63 blocks, as well as back serving, 31 aces. So not bad, to say the very least, as we are just about ready to get things underway. The first set, it will be Lakota East to serve first. Carson Hill back as we are underway. Floats that one over. A nice pickup by Kevin Whitehead, and there's a outside hit, but going wide for Michael Phillip, as that will give the first point of the match to the Thunderhawks, as Carson Hill will be back again. That one right into the middle. Whitehead sends it up there. Nice little rotation outside, and Tyler stepping on that right outside, slams it back across and gets the point back for the Centerville Elks. It'll be their first serve of the game, and we will see Parker Rings, who is their defensive specialist. He will start things off as he will put that one wide, and Service error for Centerville to get things started. So 2-1, Lakota East out to the lead here in the early going as Drew Hoggingford back to serve, led the team with 39 aces as he will serve it right from the middle, floats that one down, picked up by Aiden Burley. On the outside, a hit into the top of the net as Corey Holbrook couldn't get that one over. Holbrook had 214 kills in the regular season, but put that one off the top of the tape, no good. So 3-1 here in the early going for Lakota East. Their floater is going right in on Phillip, pops it up, another outside hit and into the double block, but getting that one to fall is Holbrook. As we mentioned, he had 214 kills and gets that one to fall. And Holbrook will go back to serve now for Centerville as it's a 3-2 Lakota East lead here in set number 1. Nice up for Hoggingford on that outside, a left-handed swing as returned from Grant Seimer, but then a whistle and we get a double hit on Centerville. And that'll give the point right back to Lakota East. So Centerville 2 serves and have not come up with a point yet. And the libero back to serve now is Ryan Leaston for the Thunderhawks. They set into the middle as St. Greenberger hit. That one tipped right back up. Nice block by Sebastian Navarro, and then on that outside, returned up by Centerville on the swing from Hulskamp. And there's a kill from the left side. Kevin Whitehead puts that one down for Centerville to bring the match back to within 1 point here in set number 1. And back to serve will be Centerville's defensive specialist libero, Michael Phillips. As he gets the whistle, he will approach the line, floats that one over. But left side, and Sebastian Navarro able to find the opening right back down the side. And well, Centerville unable to capitalize on any of their serves thus far as East has broken the serve. And a 5-3 lead for Lakota East as fourth serve rotation. It'll be Grant Seimer back to serve. Left-handed serve into the middle. Corey Holbrook puts that one into the middle, and another miss hit by Centerville. Puts that one wide, trying to go around the block at Sebastian Navarro, and it'll be point for Lakota East. So they have a 6-3 lead here. Coming out strong, playing on the road in what is Centerville's home court. Nice swing, and that will be a kill as Brandon Boats, who was on that right side, puts that one down. Second team all GWAC. And a serve back to Lakota, or rather to Centerville, as Grant Habner back to serve now for the first point on serve for Lakota East. Ryan Leaston puts that one up and then into a double block, and Aiden Burley right there to reject that one. And Centerville's first point off the serve brings this first set back to within 1 point at Centerville trailing at 6-5. Grant Habner's next serve. Nice little dying serve, but returned nicely. Digging that one out was Lucas Blackburn, but that hit will go wide off the Centerville swing from the middle. And a point back to Lakota East, and it will be a 7-5 lead as fifth server in rotation for Lakota East will be Will Hulskamp, just a freshman. But a big part of what Lakota East has accomplished with their 14-11 record. Someone in the net there in the middle, and that'll be point to Centerville. So the quick break on the serve by the Elks, and they get it right back. And to serve will be Kevin Whitehead. The team in passing points during the course of the year. Big swing and off the double block and getting that one to fall. Well, that outside was Lucas Blackburn. So Lakota East defense has been pretty good off the Centerville serve. That's an 8-6 East lead as Sebastian Navarro, big fella back there to serve, and nice dig by Whitehead. Centerville keeps it alive, but that went blocked right at the top of the net, and it dumped over. Carson Hill for Lakota East, able to get that one to fall. And a point to Lakota East will make it a 9-6 Thunderhawks lead as Corey Holbrook a little dinged up there in that battle at the net, but he's okay. He'll stay out as Navarro back to serve again. Navarro led the team in kills, but that battle the serving line as well, but that will be into the serve for Navarro as Aiden Burley, who led Centerville in kills, deposits another, and he will go back to serve now as it is a 9-7 Lakota East lead. And, miss hit there for Aiden Burley, the first team All-GWOC and Athlete of the Year. He had 31 aces to lead the team in the regular season, but put that one into the net. So back to the top of the rotation, Carson Hill, a 10-7 lead for Lakota East. Tough set on that one, but a nice swing and finding the opening, making something out of nothing was Max Behrman for for Centerville rather. Check that Corey Holbrook for Centerville. Makes something out of nothing and gets the serve back. So it will be a 10-8 lead for Lakota East as Centerville gets the serve back, and back to the top is Parker Rings. Right in on the hands. Arsenio fights that one off. Sends it deep on the 3-ball, and chance now at the net for the Elks, and getting some hands on it, Lakota East, but couldn't track it down, and that will be a kill for Corey Holbrook. And the serve stays with Centerville, back to within one at 10-9. East has led all the way out here thus far. Centerville has not gotten this match even since the beginning. Back set coming up, and good swing from Arsenio, blocked down by Centerville. Another chance now off that left side, and that swing from Grant Seimer, but returned again, and then pushing that one deep was Holbrook, but returned again by East, and then off that left side, Dustin Arsenio swung all the way around, comes down and slams that one right down the side, and gets the point for Lakota East as Thunderhawks maintain the lead as Drew Huntingford back to serve. Huntingford led the team with aces, gets that one right in on the hands of Aiden Burley, fought it off and then pushed over but wide for Centerville by Corey Holbrook, trying to track that one down. That was a nice serve. Off the arms and swing of Drew Huntingford. Going in, Kevin Whitehead pops it up right into the middle and slamming that one down, and point for Zane Greenberg. Working in the middle for Centerville and gets the point back. Elks with a serve at 10, serving 12. And the server is Corey Holbrook. Puts that one into the middle as Ryan Lyston puts that one to the top of the net and has to 3-ball that one over. East does, so a chance for the Elks, but rejected at the net by Jay Greisner. He had 51 blocks, led Centerville, and gets another there, or led Lakota East rather, and gets the point for the Hawks as they will send Lyston back to serve, leading at 13-10, and there's an ace. As that one just died right down on Michael Phillip trying to get down low, and Lyston had 22 aces in the regular season, and that'll force Corey Burge and Centerville to take a timeout as Lakota East leads at 14-10. We'll take a break from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Back at Centerville High School, I'm Greg Waddell with producer, director, cameraman, and the hobbled one, John McCracken. Great to have him back with us as Lakota East with a 14-11 regular season record, but and one of those losses coming here at Centerville early in the season, but so far they've led from the outset, leading at 14-10 here in set number 1. Lyston back to serve again, coming off an ace. This time the Elks able to get it over, and on that outside swing, popped high into the air, but not able to track that one down. Lakota East has Braden Boats with another kill. And gets the serve back, so a good timeout for Corey Burge and the Elks. Centerville with the serve, trailing at 14-11. Michael Phillip with the serve. Roll that one over and handled off that outside swing off the hands of Kevin Whitehead, but that'll be a kill for Lakota East as Grant Seimer, 135 kills, just a freshman for East, and Lakota East serve receive has been very, very good. They are not allowing many opportunities on points for Centerville. As East on the serve, there's a big swing, and that one flew long off the swing from Moat, but there was a touch at the net, so that will be point to Centerville. And the Elks get the serve back, trailing at 15-12 as Grant Hapner rotates in for Braden Moat, and he will take the serve. It's low off the net, but then right into the middle, Sebastian Navarro, the big fella. We do not have height sizes, but he is mid 6 feet for sure, and he just took a little look-see and found the outside line and painted it. And point to Lakota East, and they have a 16-12 lead as Will Hulskamp serving. That overhit, Sebastian Navarro able to put that one right back down. I think there was net contact anyway by Centerville trying to track that miss hit off the serve, and Lakota East keeps the lead. Now 17-12, and there's an ace as Will Hulskamp with 15 in the regular season drops that one right down at the feet of Michael Phillip, who couldn't get down low enough, and a 6-point lead for Lakota East, their largest lead. And the outside swinging around, nice off the back line, digging that one out are the Thunderhawks. A nice swing from Centerville. Here's an outside hit. This one rejected as well. And point to Lakota East. Sebastian Navarro in the middle again at 37 blocks, and he's had a couple here today. And Lakota East with all the momentum right now and a 19-12 lead here against number 1 seed Centerville. Will Hulskamp remains back serving. A tough set and trying to roll that one over Whitehead, but hit the antenna. And another point for Lakota East. And again, it's going to force Centerville to take a timeout. 20-12. Lakota East leads Centerville here against the number 1 seeded Elks. You're listening and watching OHS BVA volleyball from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. First set action here at at Centerville as Lakota East leading number 1 seed Centerville 20-12. These teams met in the regular season way back on April the 11th, and it was a 3-set win here at Centerville. Although during that timeout, we see Sebastian Navarro, the big man for Lakota East, having to be helped off the court, and he is heading over to the sideline. He is heavily bandaged. He's got the kinetic tape on the shoulder, but also a couple of knee braces as they're taking a look at his left knee. So a 8-point lead for Lakota East, but that could change things with the big fella Sebastian Navarro out now for Lakota East. Serve remains for Will Hulskamp, so we'll see how that changes things as Max Bierman in the middle right now. And here's a set in the middle. That one just popped over towards the sideline. Centerville keeps it alive, and we'll get that one into the middle, and it's tipped off the hands of Max Bierman, but he can't get it back over, so that is what Centerville could start attacking, as that will be point to the Elks. They get to serve back, trailing it by 7 as Whitehead into serve. He'll send that one deep. Hulskamp gets it up, outside set. That one blocked down off of Arsenio's swing, and right there is the GWAC Player of the Year, Aiden Burley, who had 63 blocks. Able to block that one down. Point to Centerville, leading though Lakota East 20-14. Centerville trying to come back. This roll serve there. That one just dumped over at the net. Centerville holds on to it, and then a nice swing. Corey Holbrook puts that one down, going across court from that left side, and an 8-point lead now down to 5 for Lakota East as Whitehead remains in serving. 20-15 is our score. And that one right off the hands. That one, I think Lucas Blackburn unsure if that was going to go out or not, just stuck the hand out and tipped it. So now a 4-point run for the Elks. Cut the lead in half, 20-16. Lakota East leading. And right into the middle and overhead. Aiden Burley throws it right back down on Lakota East, and that'll force Brian Kuhlman to take a timeout for Lakota East as the lead down to 3. Centerville trailing here against Lakota East from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. First set action here at the regional finals for the West Region OHS BVA. And Centerville playing host. They were trailing from the outset, trailed by as many as 8. And Sebastian Navarro for Lakota East, who was a big part of what East did to get out to an 8-point lead, had to come off the floor because of an injury, and it's been a nice run now of 5 points for Centerville to get back to within 3. There's a back set, and that one into the net off Will Hulskamp's swing. And now a 6-point run for Centerville, and it's just a 2-point lead for Lakota East. And Kevin Whitehead, he has been back there with the largest serve run that Centerville has had. An overhit that time by Lakota East, who actually didn't even get it over. Lucas Blackburn trying to dig that one out, but put it right near the antenna, and Lakota East unable to handle that one. Now just a 1-point lead as Centerville looking to tie this since we were scoreless to start the match. It'll be the first time. Here's a little pop over from Dustin Arsenio. The Elks handle into a double hit. That one kept alive and thrown back over. Nice block by Lakota East, and then Centerville kept it alive and pushed over by Holbrook. And now another chance in the middle to swinging that one over was Burley. East gets it back over, joust at the net. Holding it up is Arsenio for Lakota East into the middle. That off the top of the net from Hulskamp. And then a swing from Burley off the top. Returned over again by East. Great point by these two. Dumped over by Carson Hill. As that one not put back over by East, or did. They did. They're keeping it alive. Point is going to go to Lakota East. What a rally. Both teams scrambling, keeping that one alive right at the net. A lot of great presence. And somehow East was able to keep that one alive. Dustin Arsenio on that left side kept one alive and finally ends the run of Centerville. But then a service error for Max Behrman and Lakota East as he will come out, and Ryan Lyston right back in. And back to a 1-point first set. Lakota East with the lead. They've led it from the outset, 21-20 right now. And Aiden Burley back to serve. Back row set, blocked down, and that will fall as Centerville's Zane Greenberg gets the hands up and able to block that one down off the back set for Lucas Blackburn. And we are all even for the first time since 0 as Centerville's Aiden Burley trying to give the Elks their first lead but put it into the middle of the net. And Lakota East now back with the serve, and they would like to try to close things out and not give Centerville another chance. Burley will come out and Phillip back in. And the serve for Lakota East will be Carson Hill. Kevin Whitehead puts that one into the middle and then thrown down by Greenberg, but kept alive by by Lakota East rather, as they will get that one over. Then off the top of the net, popped up, and off that back row, Will Hulskamp trying to dig it out. That one took a high bounce right off the top of the tape, but East couldn't control it, so we are all even again. And the serve back to the top now, Parker Rings for Centerville. Again, the Elks have never led here in the first set. And there is the serve into the middle. Lyston puts that one up into the middle. Nice up by Michael Phillip to the front. Swinging that one down was Holbrook for Centerville. Now left side on the outside. Slamming that one down, Grant Seimer, the freshman, keeps the lead back for Lakota East. They have led or been tied this entire match. We've had 2 ties, but other than that, it's been all Lakota East, and they are now 2 points away from the first set. Hungerford back to serve. Outside off that right side. Nice swing by Holbrook, but kept alive by East. They'll go to that left side. That one kept alive. Hulskamp with a swing now on that right side into the block. That was Brandon Moats' shot kept alive. Now off that left side into the top of the net, never got over off a Corey Holbrook attempt. And now set point for Lakota East here in set number 1. They're up 24-22 as Huntingford trying to close it out. He will float that one over into the middle and into a double block and a point for Centerville. Zane Greenberg. But that one took a left turn into the stands off the Lakota East block attempt. So set point 1 thwarted, and Centerville now no margin for error as Holbrook back to serve, trailing at 24-23. On the outside, that block nicely by Greenberg, kept alive again by Centerville to that right outside Moat. Didn't get quite all of that one, so Centerville not able to get the point there, but off a block attempt, Moat knocks it down, and we are all even at 24 as Centerville has held off 2 set points, and we'll play a little extra here in set number 1, tied up 24 all as Holbrook with the swing. And Centerville has never led, but contact at the net. And that'll go against Lakota East, and Centerville for the first time takes the lead, and that'll force Kuhlman to take a timeout for Lakota East. Centerville will be serving for the first set when we return from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. It's been a comeback effort for Centerville. They were down by 8 points at one point, 20-12, but then an injury to Lakota East senior middle blocker and outside hitter Sebastian Navarro allowed Centerville to climb back into it, and now 1 point away from the first set at 25-24, and that serve is going to go long off the swing of Corey Holbrook. Oh, he was going for the gusto on that one, and instead we're all even again now in the first set at 25 apiece, and Ryan Lyston serving now for Lakota East. Michael Phillip gets that one up for Centerville into the middle, and a long swing from the middle by Zane Greenberg, and now it's Lakota East another set point. They had a couple of set points at 24-22 before it rallied to tie. See if Centerville can hold off. There's a swing, and they will hold off as Brandon Moat, 150 kills in the regular season, and a big one right there, evens this first set up at 26 all. As we play on, need to win by 2, and Michael Phillip, the freshman, back to serve now for Centerville. Can they close out? Popped up by Honigford. Outside hit into a double block, and there is the player of the year in the G-Walk, Eden Burley, to block that one down and give the point to Centerville. And now set number 1, set point. And Michael Phillip trying to close it out. Second set point for Centerville. There's that one over. Put that one deep, but popped up by Honigford into the middle, and that one right in on the hands. Parker Riggs couldn't fight that one off in position, but Lakota East holds off another set point, so we are even again now at 27, and what a start to the day of these regional final matchups in Division I and Division II. Back to serve is Grant Seimer. Middle swing into the top of the net. Aiden Burley couldn't get that one over, and now Lakota East again at set point. They've had a number of opportunities. This will be their 4th set point at 28-27, and it will be Grant Seimer serving again. Puts that one near the sideline. Fought off and into the middle, and with authority, Aiden Burley hammers that one home to even the match at 28 all, and wow, what a first set we've got going on here. Again, Centerville trailed by 8 at one point. Moat will come out, and Grant Habner back in for Lakota East in the serve rotation. An outside swing into a double block. That one off the hands, but kept alive by Centerville to the outside. Nice swing by Whitehead, but Lakota East keeps it alive. Just dumps that one over, and again, Centerville another chance. Whitehead again, but that one tipped at the net. High into the rafters it goes. Tracked down nicely by Lyston. Put near the front of the net and rolled over with his back to the net by Bierman, but on the outside, that swing went long. Centerville trying to say there was a touch at the net, but there was not. So point to Lakota East, and it's now 29-28 Thunderhawks. And Will Hulskamp, the freshman, in to serve now, trying to end this first set. Into the middle and into the double block, and East rejects that. Max Bierman at the net, sends it right back down, and Lakota East wins the first set epically, 30-28. What a first set, as the number 1 seed Centerville Elks will have to rally here. They trail at 1-0. Set number 2 when we return here. It is the Division I Regional Finals, Centerville and Lakota East from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Well, an epic first set here against Centerville and Lakota East, as Lakota East persevered at an 8-point lead at one point. Centerville fought to take it all the way back and tie the match up, and only had the lead one time in the whole first set. And then Lakota East comes off the mat and able to eventually win it 30-28. And the number 1 seed Centerville Elks now will have to play a little come from behind action against upstart 6th seed Lakota East. Lakota East had to go 5 sets against their arch rival Lakota West earlier this week to get here to the finals. As Centerville will get the first serve here in set number 2. And that is Parker Rings, and off the set in the middle, Reisner's first swing goes wide for Lakota East, so point to Centerville. They take a 1-0 lead, so a little bit better start than they had in the first set. East had the lead from the outset. They had the first serve and took it away. There's a little push from the middle from Reisner, and then setting up Moat on that right side. Centerville get the kill from Moat, and a 2-0 lead for Centerville. Again, Lakota East had an 8-point lead, but their senior middle blocker and outside hitter Sebastian Navarro had to be helped off the floor, and an apparent leg injury, and that kind of changed the tempo. East was able to persevere. Centerville got the lead 1 point after trailing by as many as 8, but couldn't finish it off. But off to a good start here in set number 2, up to a 2-0 lead. Here's an outside hit, and off the double block, but getting it through. And Dustin Arsenio took it a little off that one. Instead of a swing, just pushed it into the block and disrupted the timing as St. Greenberg tried to come over and help on that block attempt, and it went wide. So the point over to Lakota East as they will bring in Carson Hill to serve. The first rotation, but taking it right back over is Brandon Moat. He had 150 kills in the regular season as well as 31 blocks. He is a big presence in the middle at 6'4". GWAC's second team. And in to serve for Centerville will be Corey Holbrook, and first ace of the game of the match, I should say, for Centerville, and that goes to Corey Holbrook, who had 22 in the regular season, and a 4-1 lead now for Centerville. That one almost through the hands of Arsenio, but tracked down, and East will have to roll that one over. Chance now for the Elks, and that one off the antenna on the swing on that left side for Kevin Whitehead. That will be point back to the Thunderhawks, as we'll see Dustin Arsenio out. And into serve, Drew Honingford. Led the team in aces for the Thunderhawks. Another chance for Whitehead on the outside. This time off the top of the tape, returned over by East. Another chance for Whitehead for Centerville. This time trying to roll that one over, but rolled it, trying to catch that back line just a tad long. That'll be a point to Lakota East, 4-3. East trailing, but with the serve. Second chance for for Honingford. Nice rally going on this one here now. That right side, Moat into the double block, and getting the hands up that time was Will Hulskamp with a little help there from Jake Reisner. Oh no, they're going to say that ball went out off the block, so it's point to Centerville. So beg your pardon, and Michael Phillip will serve it off for Centerville. Nice scramble, tipping that one high off the net, but that was the third hit. Not able to get that one over with Parker Rings, so that'll be a point back to Lakota East. And back to serve will be Jake Reisner. And a 5-4 Centerville lead. East with the serve. Set to that right side, Moat. That one tipped back up. Nice block by Behrman for Lakota East. Tough angle that time. But into the net, Lakota East, and boy, that a gift for Centerville as Kevin Whitehead was really outside the antenna, just trying to angle it back over, but East brushed into the net. So that goes point for Centerville, and that'll bring Grant Hapner in to serve. Side hit off that right side, but into the block, not able to get that one over. Actually, it did get over. Yeah, it did fall back on the Centerville side. That was a tough one to see right on the net. So Seimer gets the kill. And to serve back for Lakota East as Seimer to serve. And a 1-point second set lead for Centerville. That one dumped over on the second one by Parker Rings. East able to get it back over. And a middle block, and that would just sit over on a 3-ball by Michael Phillips, jousted the net, and kept up by Centerville. Phillips setting to the outside. Rolling that one over was Whitehead. East now a chance off that left one into a double block, and East keeps it alive off the block, and they'll have to 3-ball it over. That's Leiston. There's the Elks now a chance, and trying to roll around and go for a big swing, Kevin Whitehead, but he put that one into the top of the net as he looks over to the sideline, and Coach Corey Burge, he wanted to try and left side, go with a right swing towards the left sideline, and just missed that one. So we're all even, but then on the serve for Lakota East, Seimer puts it into the net, and he will check out, and Lucas Blackburn back in that spot. And a serve for Centerville is Kevin Whitehead. Nice hard serve there, handled by Centerville, and they will send it off that left side, returned up by Centerville in the middle set, and Corey Bird, or rather Aiden Burley, able to put that one down and drawn up by Corey Burge, the coach, and Aiden Burley, the athlete of the year in the G-Walk, able to slam that one home and point to Centerville, 8-6. Centerville with the lead as Whitehead stays in on the serve. This hard serve returned up by Blackburn and at the net, and able to roll that one right off the top of the net. Down the sideline was Will Hulskamp. I mean, not drawn up by his coach, Coleman, the way that he would have wanted, but gets it to work out, and he'll go back and serve Will Hulskamp. And a 1-point Centerville lead. East with the serve. Whitehead puts that one up, and there's Burley right down the sideline. Did he get the touch of the net? I think he did. As that one going, no, he did not. There was no touch at the net, and just sent that one wide down the sideline. So the serve goes to Lakota East, and the point ties us up at 8. There's Burley in the middle, doesn't miss that one, as he will swing around from that right sideline and paint the sideline to get the point back for Centerville. And Aiden Burley will go back to serve now as Centerville with a 9-8 lead for the Elks. And Aiden Burley, who had 31 aces in the regular seasons, had a couple of service errors, and looking to the sideline trying to figure out what went awry. Back to even Steven, 9-9 here in set number 2. Lakota East a 2-point first set win. Setting this one up on that left sideline with authority. Corey Holbrook, who had more than 200 kills in a regular season, sends another one down, and point to Centerville. The Elks and continuing to lead. This one's setting up a lot like the first set, although it's been Centerville that has had the lead or tied in this one. As we are back to the top of the serve rotation for Parker Rings. Into the middle, off the hands of Zane Greenberg on that swing for East. Nice dig by Lakota East, and then on the overhit, that one sent long by Centerville, trying to throw that one right back down, and that's a nice effort by Lucas Blackburn for Lakota East on the dig, and even though it was an overhit, Centerville couldn't capitalize, and the point goes to Lakota East, all even at 10, and then off the serve of Carson Hill, his serve floats long. And right back over to Centerville, the serve will go, and the Elks with an 11-10 lead. And Corey Holbrook serving. 3-ball and finding the just dump over. Go to East, but that gives the Elks a chance, so they have to roll one over, and East on the overhit sets it right back over. Centerville a chance, and Slamming that one down, Kevin Whitehead off the hands of Grant Seimer. And a 2-point lead now for Centerville, 12-10. Corey Holbrook had an ace his first go around here in this second set. And that one popped up by Ryan Lyson. Nice swing up the outside, but Seimer can't get that one through. The block of Brandon Moat, and then another chance for East, but they send that one long and deep, and it'll be a 3-point lead for Centerville, and that'll force Lakota East to take a timeout. The Elks lead it by 3 here in set number 2. Lakota East winning set 1. You're watching OHS BBA Regional Finals from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. First of 3 regional finals here at Centerville High School. And top seed Centerville and number 6 seed Lakota East here in the first. Still to come in Division I a little later on this afternoon, and around 2 o'clock we will have the 2 seed in action. That would be Beaver Creek against Clayton Northmont, the 3 seed. We'll have a Division II regional final in between there. And a nice timeout coming out for Centerville as they will block that one down off the nice play at the net for Lakota East. And the biggest lead now for Centerville at 4 points at 14-10 as Holbrook stays with the serve. And then into the top of the net it goes. Trying to shave that one through, but couldn't quite get it over the top. And the serve back over to Lakota East as coming in will be Drew Honeyford, swapping spots with Dustin Arsenio. Here comes a big hit and putting that one down, Brandon Moat. And Moat dialing things in here in set number 2 and gets the point for the Elks and back to a 4-point lead as Michael Phillip will serve now for the Elks. Tracking that one down, Lyston sets it up at the front, dumped over by East. Now a chance for Centerville. As swinging that one, kind of sidearm was Whitehead, and then returned by Lakota East, but on the set, Grant Seimer sends that one long, and a 5-point lead now for Centerville. They are up 16-11, but trailing 1-0. Ann House, one of the assistant coaches out there trying to set her team for Centerville. Set into the middle, just dumped over. Nice change of pace by Jake Reisner, and messes up the timing of the block set scheme by Centerville. And point to Lakota East, and they're back to within 4, 16-12, and serve for Jake Reisner. And then a miss hit on the back line by Centerville. Corey Holbrook, and that would kind of go through the hands just a bit and not able to be tracking down Centerville, so that'll be an ace off the serve for the East Grant Reisner, but then turns around with a service error and puts it into the net, so he'll come out, and Lyston back in, and the point to Centerville, leading at 17-13 as Grant Hapner serving for the Elks, but he'll send that one long. Hapner, a sophomore, listed as a defensive specialist, also outside hitter, but on the serve opportunity, just pushed that one long. So chance now for Seimer serving for Centerville, trying to come around on the roll of Aiden Burley, puts that one into the top of the net as they try to roll him around from the middle to the outside, and a 2-point lead now for Centerville as Lakota East trying to rally back. Phillip gets that one up, setting it up on that left side, but sending that one wide was Kevin Whitehead, and it's now a 1-point Centerville lead. They led by as many as 4, and Corey Burge will take a timeout. 17-16, Centerville leading, but trailing 1-0 to Lakota East from ESP Media. Powered by Sidearm Sports. Greg Waddell back here with John McCracken, producing, directing, hobbling around as first of 3 matches today. Division II will sandwich the 2 Division I finals. All the winners today will advance on next weekend, and Pick Central is where we will be for the OHS BVA Championship weekend 8 Division I teams. We got all the matches for you here this weekend, and a nice timeout for Centerville. And going to the big boy, Aiden Burley, smack dab in the middle, slams that one home and gets the point back for Centerville. Kevin Whitehead will serve now for Centerville with an 18-16 lead. Cross court set, but tough over and blocked down by Centerville. Kept alive by East, and then they just dump it back over. And falls out in front of Whitehead. And that scramble point for Lakota East will bring the Thunderhawks back to within 1 at 18-17. And to serve for Lakota East is Lucas Blackburn, and a swing will send that one long for Centerville. And East, they are persistent here. They have battled back to tie it. They have never led here in the second set. It's Hulskamp, by the way, serving. There's a shot in the back corner, kept alive by East. A set to the front into a double block. Arsenio's shot kept alive by Centerville. A chance now at the net off the top of the tape. Holbrook able to find the opening. East can't track it down, and Centerville keeps the match in their favor. They have either been tied or led the entire match, and they're back to a 1-point lead at 19-18. And Aiden Burley serving for Centerville, and East not able to handle that one. That'll go down as an ace for Aiden Burley. He had 31 in the regular season, and now a 20-18 lead for Centerville. But down 1-0. Into the middle, and that one just dumped over. Nice little opening. Finding it is Max Bierman, as he will come out. Jake Reisner into his spot in the middle, but nice effort there by Max Bierman. A little undersized, but able to get that one over the hands and right on the sideline at point for East. As Lyston back to serve. Outside left side hit, blocked by East. They'll keep it alive, and swing by Arsenio. Kept up by Centerville. Back to the left side and off the top of the tape, just going wide. Oh, they're going to say a touch of the net, or was it? No, they overrule it. The ref overrules, and that will be a point to Lakota East to even this set number 2 at 20 apiece. As East looking for their first lead here. Puts that one right near the back of the line. Lyston did, and then a big swing and a kill for Corey Holbrook in Centerville. And they will regain the lead at 21-20. And set to serve back to the top of the rotation again. Parker Rings. It's been a pretty much nip and tuck, although there was one stretch where East had a pretty big lead in the first set, only to see Centerville rally, but this one's never been more than a couple of points away. Scramble, and they're going to say that ball hit the antenna as well as a double. Dustin Arsenio doing whatever he could. Centerville had the hands pointing and accusatory and get the call, and 2-point lead now for Centerville at 22-20. Parker Rings serving here late in set number 2. Oh, dump a tip does not clear the net from Carson Hill. And now a 3-point lead for Centerville Hill here late. And Lakota East Brian Kuhlman will take a timeout as Lakota East trying to rally, but Centerville trying to tie this match down 1-0 from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Set number 2, a little nip and tuck here again. Lakota East, we should say, won 30-28 in the first set. This match has never been more than a 4-point lead for Centerville, but they are up 23-20, trying to close out set number 2. As Parker Rings hopes to try to even this match up at 1. Nice set into a double block. And East able to keep it alive. Another chance, rolling it over that time was Reisner. Centerville keeps alive now, and a chance and swing on that left side Holbrook, and East alive into the middle, and that one off the hands. Tracked down Moat, but then getting to it, Rings sends it back over, and now here's Lakota East, and Arsenio off the block of the net will get the point for Lakota East. A little scramble action here late, and East will get the point, and the serve back, and it's a 2-point lead for Centerville, 23-21. And Carson Hill will serve for Lakota East. He at the top of the serve rotation for the Thunderhawks. Going to the outside. That one pushed over by Holbrook. East now a chance. Back row set. And that one put deep by Blackburn. Kept alive by Phillip. And a swing off that right side. And that'll go wide from Brandon Moat. And now a 1-point lead for Centerville after they led by 3 moments ago, 23-20, but 2 straight points for Lakota East. And Carson Hill trying to draw this set 2 even. But that will not happen as the kill from the middle. Zane Greenberg slams that one home. And that will put Centerville now at set number 2 point. And back to serve. It'll be Corey Holbrook trying to close it out for Centerville. Go down the sideline. That'll be a 3-ball over for East. Now a chance for the Elks, and there's the kill. Zane Greenberg, same play again, and he will close out set number 2 as the Elks will win this one 25-22. And we are all now even 1 set apiece here in this West Regional Final number 1. Lakota East and Centerville tied at 1-1. From ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Regional final action in the West Region, OHS BVA. That's the first of 2 regional finals here in Division 1. We'll have Division 2 coming up in the second broadcast of the day. That will feature the top 2 seeds. Number 2 seed Chaminade Julian taking on 1 seed Carroll, the Patriots. We'll have that one for you just after 12 noon, and then around 2 o'clock or so, regional final number 2 for Division 1 will have the number 2 seed Beavers from Beaver Creek going up against 3 seed the Northmont Thunderbolts. That'll be just after 2 o'clock, but we got a good one going here. We are tied up 1 set apiece in regional final number 1 for D1. Centerville and Lakota East are 1 set apiece. East winning the first 30-28. And Centerville with the lead to start things off in the second set, never let it get away, although we were tied several times. East could never take a lead in that second set, and Centerville wins it by a 25-22 margin. So into set number 3 we go, tied up 1 apiece. So we're gonna go 5 here no matter what. John McCracken very happy about that. That's the way you want things to go, though, this time of year. By the way, the regional finals, we got a little delay to start things off here, checking the rotation here in set number 3. The same 4 teams here in the West region from a year ago. The seeding's changed a little bit. Last year, Beaver Creek was a 1 seed, but this year, Centerville, as they were winners in the Dayton area of the Greater Western Ohio Conference, the GWAC to you and me. Centerville a 7-1 record, just edging out Beaver Creek. That's because Centerville took 2 head-to-head meetings with the Beavers as we are underway to start set number 3. Back to serve for Lakota East with Carson Hill, but Centerville able to get the stoppage to start things off, and that's the first time we've had a break to start things off. So Centerville will take the lead 1-0 as Parker Rings will go in to serve. So we'll change of pace here. Centerville starting to dial things in. Lakota East winning that first set as Rings serve will go wide for Centerville. So we're all even at 1 apiece. Lakota East had a huge lead, an 8-point lead in the first set, but their senior middle blocker and outside hitter Sebastian Navarro, who led the team with 187 kills, went down with an apparent leg injury and has not returned since then. And oh man, you just gut-wrenching, hate to see it. And you can see the despair in his eyes as off the double block off the hands of Lakota East. That was Jake Reisner not able to get that one back over, so point to Centerville. So we certainly wish the best. Sebastian Navarro kind of sitting up in the stands with his legs outstretched, but man, hate to see that one, and kind of changed the tempo, and Centerville's have been able to battle back, although they couldn't overcome that 8-point deficit in the first set, as we're going to see a double, or actually a lift on Lakota East, and a 3-1 lead now, as Holbrook serving for Centerville with 2 straight points and a 3-1 lead. top of the tape there. And then
Centerville.
they're going to say point to Centerville as net infraction. They're going to say they tried to get a clarification. Carson Hill with the up ref, but brought that one back after it was across the plane. So net violation on East gives the point to Centerville in a 4-1 lead. Well, man, we wish the absolute best to Sebastian Navarro, as I'm not sure he will be able to rally and come back, and will need Lakota East to persevere here as that point goes to Lakota East. And in to serve will be their junior middle blocker, Reisner. Nice effort at the net and getting that one down. Centerville getting the serve back 5-2. And nice job by Centerville breaking the serve each time. For Lakota East, Michael Phillip to serve now for Centerville in a 3-point lead. If Navarro's going to get a chance from the appearance of things here, if he wants to play again, he's going to need his team to win it out here. And into the double block, but out of bounds. Centerville can't keep that one in. Kevin Whitehead at the net, so point to Lakota East. Back to serve will be Grant Seimer. A freshman, young team for Lakota East, but they were in the regional Final Four a year ago. A little miss hit, but Aiden Burley is so good, still gets that one to fall. And a point back over to Centerville, and East is yet to get a point off a serve here in the third set. Centerville's Grant Hapner to serve now as he will swap spots with Zane Greenberg. And miscommunication, that'll be an ace. Off the serve for Hapner. Lakota East is going to take a timeout to try and sort things out. Grant Kuhlman taking his first timeout. And 7-3 lead here in the third set. Centerville in the lead from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Greg Waddell back here at Centerville, third set. Centerville with a 4-point lead at 7-3. And the serve of Grant Hapner. And movement at the net. That's going to go against Aiden Burley in Centerville. So an easy point for Lakota East as they will bring it back over. It'll be Will Hulskamp serving now for the Hawks, as he will dance around the back and get that one over. Phillip fought it off for Centerville. And then a nice set and a kill. Aiden Burley. He liked that set. That was a nice high set, and he was able to sky high. And 5 serves, 5 breaks off the Lakota East serve here in the third set. And Kevin Whitehead serving for the Elks. Here goes the set, and the kill. Dustin Arsenio. Tell you what, Dustin Arsenio, I do not think if he gets to 6 feet, it is no more than 6 feet, but boy, he can get up, and that was a great swing for the Thunderhawks kill and get the point right back, trailing at 8-5. And serving is Ryan Lyston. Setting that one, and Corey Holbrook can't get that one down. East keeps it up, and then rolling it over is Lyston. Chance in the middle, Burley swings that one wide though. Oh, he had a lot of thunder on that one, but just went wide. Now a 2-point lead for Centerville. As Lyston, that's the first service point in this third set for Lakota East. And that's going to be an ace. Miscommunication on the Centerville side. And East now within 1 at 8-7. These two teams met again way back in the middle of April, but Centerville handled it easily, a 3-set win, but a lot different here. And a nice block in the middle of that outside roll. Trying to throw that one down Whitehead, but into the double block, and blocking that one down, Jake Reisner. And we have evened the match up now at 8 apiece, or the set up at 8 apiece. And the match already even at 1 apiece. Whistle, and we'll see a double hit on Lakota East. And Centerville finally able to break the serve of Ryan Lyston. And we'll see Aiden Burley. He He will serve it over for Centerville in a 1-point Elks lead. And a kill. Middle hit from Jake Reisner. He'll go at Burley. Burley thought he should have had it. Not happy with himself as he'll come out, and Michael Phillip back in, but the serve over to Lakota East and Carson Hill. Ooh, and miss-hit that one. That one got away from him, and we got a service error on Lakota East, and Centerville back in the lead at 10-9. And then to serve will be junior Parker Rings. Centerville up 10-9 here in the third set, tied at 1. We're moving on to the OHS BVA Championship weekend next weekend in Columbus. And that would into the net. Tough set. Corey Holbrook a little bit wide, trying to throw that one from well outside the side area and into the top of the tape it goes, and evens this match 10-10. Serving now will be Drew Hoddingford as Centerville scrambles, has to 3-ball that one over. Chance now, and blocked down. Nice swing by Seibert. Centerville now going over on that right side, and Brandon Moat, as that one popped back up, kept alive, and 3-ball sent over the back from Will Hulskamp. Another chance now for Centerville. They just dumped that one over. And in the middle, that one blocked down. Trying to keep it alive, East, but cannot do so. As dumped over by Greenberg and hit a few hands by East, but never popped it back over. And Centerville perseveres that point. Gets the serve back and leading it 11-10. Corey Holbrook. 3 service points first go around in his third set. Going to the outside, and it was Will Hulskamp with a swing, blocked down, and a chance. Moat has that one double blocked and kept alive by by Lakota East now, and rolling that one across the top of the net with Seimer. Middle set, that swing from Holbrook kept up by East. Swing on that left side, that's Seimer, but can't get that one down. Now Centerville, but off the antenna, Kevin Whitehead. Kind of mistimed the set and the jump and just tried to push it over, but put it right into the antenna, and all even again. We're tied at 10, or making it 11 apiece as number 10, Jake Reisner, to serve. There comes Moat. He'll push that one over deep. On the outside, and into a triple block of the swing of Seimer. He's another chance, and that swing, though, on that left side by Hulskamp goes wide. A left-handed swing on that left side, and tried to paint the sideline, but sent it wide. So another break in the serve by Centerville. Again, East has not been able to take a lead here in this third set. Michael Phillip will serve for Centerville. Elks up 12-11. All kind of confusion at the net, and you can hear one of the players just kind of let out a dismay sigh, and able to punch that one back over the Elks and get the point, and a 2-point lead at 13-11 here. Set number 3. Going to the outside, going across was Seimer. Centerville keeps it alive, and then Moat, nice swing. Scrambling, but not able to keep it alive are the Elks, or rather, the Thunderhawks point to the Elks. And a 3-point lead. Michael Phillip with the serve. He's had a couple points in a row here. Into the middle, and a kill. Nice swing from Max Bierman as he went right down the pipe, straight off that back line. And if there was chalk, it would have flown, but because he put that one right as deep as he possibly could to get the serve back for Lakota East. Hawks trailing at 14-12, and nice kill that time, Aiden Burley. He had that left side and went right back to the middle, and the kill. And a 3-point lead again for Centerville. Boat out, Habner in. He'll serve for the Elks. Put that one deep, fought off nicely by Blackburn. Deep hit and tracked down by Holbrook for Centerville. A little joust at the net. They're going to say that one hit the antenna. Trying to battle that one off, and Whitehead got a piece of it, but caught the antenna, and that'll be East point. A little back and forth we go. It'll be Hulskamp serving now for Lakota East. Here's Burley. That one off the shoulder of Ryan Lyston, and a kill for Centerville's super senior Aiden Burley. And Burley will go back to serve. Oh no, check that, Kevin Whitehead to serve. Just trade points back and forth. Nice serve that time. Dug out by East and able to get it over, and then two-handed push by Rings, kept alive by East. Will block again at the net by Centerville, and getting the swing was Burley off the hands of Arsenio wide, and point to Centerville as they now have a 4-point lead, 17-13. That has been as big a lead as they've had here in the third set. Whitehead trying to crease that one up. Arsenio can't roll that one over from the sideline. And that'll be a 5-point lead and timeout time for Lakota East. Centerville up 18-13 in a match tied at 1 apiece here at Centerville from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Centerville is where we are at. OHS BVA West Region final number 1. Third set, match tied 1 apiece, and Centerville with a 5-point lead here in set number 2. Other action going on today. We got broadcasts all over the place. OHSBVABroadcast.com. You will be able to find all the regional finals that we have going on here, as we are all over the state taking care of business here today. Right here at Centerville, Elks trying to handle things after dropping the first set. Yeah, joust at the net, and East can't get that one over. And Centerville now starting to maybe assert themselves a little bit more. They are the number 1 seed. East won the first set. They had led by as many as 8 before it finally went back and forth in what ended up being a 30-28 first set win for East. A 3-point 25-22 second set win, and a dump by East, though. They'll get the break of serve. Max Bierman puts that one right back down, flushes it home, and ends that run on the serve of Kevin Whitehead. And Centerville with a 19-14 lead. East gonna have to make a big rally as they will have Ryan Lyston back to serve. Lyston had some service points first go around, but won't do so this time. And big time kill. Aiden Burley sends that one right back at Lyston, and Burley will go back to serve, and a 6-point lead for Centerville here now as they are 20-14. This net presence by both teams there. Back row set. Burley sends that one deep. Blackburn sends it back over for East. Then a middle set, and knocking it down, Zane Greenberg for Centerville. And now a 7-point lead, and Lakota East is going to have to dig deep here in this third set. They do not want to get down many more if they have any hopes of coming back, but that's not going to happen as a service ace for Aiden Burley at 31 in the regular season, and almost kind of feel the air starting to come away from Lakota East. They're going to have to try to find something to rally up here. A 22-14 lead as Burley will let that one drop. Not sure what that was all about by his teammates as he looked over and smiled, but big time serve on the second go round, and then on the overhit, sent right back down by Corey Holbrook at the net for Centerville, and now a 9-point lead for Centerville here in the third set at 23-14. Burley trying to close it out. He's trying to stay alive. Double block for Centerville, but it goes back over, and Centerville able to get that point. Never got it over off the double block. It kind of bounced around there at the net, so Arsenio with a swing in that double block gets the point and staves off Centerville's run. It's 23-15 as back to the top, Carson Hill serving. There's a long outside hit, but the block out of bounds from Seimer, and it'll now be set point for the Elks. And Parker Rings trying to close it out here in his third set. Parker Rings, top server in the rotation for Centerville. Will East keep it alive? Nice up by Centerville and a swing, and that went off the block in the middle, out of bounds from Jake Reisner. Centerville gets the point in the third set, and they will now go 2-1 and try to close things out here on Lakota East as Centerville wins that third set by a 9-point margin at 25-16. Fourth set when we return from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. With John McCracken, Greg Waddell back at Centerville High School as Lakota East won the first set, but Centerville has rallied to take the next 2 sets and lead it 2-1, trying to close it out in 4 if they can. Centerville winning 25-15 in the third set after a 25-22 second set win, and East winning the first set 30-28. Centerville will have this serve here to start the fourth set. And very painfully doing the YMCA here for what seems like the last half hour. It's really only been 3 minutes. Please make it stop. The clock hits 0. Make it stop, please. Get this fourth set going as Lakota East would like to extend this one to 5. Centerville wants to try and close it out. Centerville, the #1 seed. And these teams met back on April 11th. Centerville had a 3-set win. And again, East had a 8-point lead in the first set. They were playing very well, but then an injury to their senior, Sebastian Navarro, their big middle blocker, and he has not been back since. And an ace to start the fourth set for Parker Rings. Trying to paint the back line and did just that. Will Hulskamp let that one fall, and point to Centerville to start it off. That first set, Navarro went down late in the first set, allowed Centerville to rally from 8 down, and ended up forcing that back and forth in that first set that ended up going to East 30-28, but Centerville's been able to kind of take control since, and now getting everything going their way. Brandon Moat, a swing, and off the top of the net gets it to fall, and a 2-0 Centerville lead here in the fourth set. Get 2 more matches to go here today. Division II regional finals will feature the Carroll Patriots and the Eagles from Chaminade-Julienne coming up just after 12 noon if you're watching live. If not, go to OHSBVAbroadcast.com to watch the archive. As Leisure watching, in a nice swing, Lucas Reisner able to get the point for East. And get the serve over to the Thunderhawks. It'll be Carson Hill starting things off for Lakota East. And a 2-1 Centerville lead. But again, match number 2 just after 12 noon if you're watching live. We'll have Carroll and Chaminade-Julienne in the Division II regional finals. And a big swing, but that's set a little bit low for Corey Holbrook. Couldn't quite get that one over and into the top of the net to even this fourth set at 2 apiece. Holbrook gets that set into the middle, sent down by Greenberg, but kept up by Lakota East, but a 3-ball not able to get it over top of the tape. Will Hulskamp from the back line, and Centerville will get the point. And they regain the lead 3-2 as Corey Holbrook will serve for the Elks. Arsenio able to put that one up. A left-handed swing, but just wide from Grant Seimer. Went flat-footed on that one, trying to use that long reach. And boy, he's got a big wingspan there, one of the Thunderhawks, but couldn't quite get that one inside the lines. Point to Centerville in a 4-2 lead. Scrambling 3-ball for the Thunderhawks. Chance for Moat right down the line, but just wide. Right at the feet of the outstanding officials we have in the OHSBVA. And by the way, this is the end of the OHSBVA as Ohio High School Athletic Association will take over boys volleyball after all these years. Next year is an emerging sport. The OHSBVA has been the guiding force to make that happen, and that swing will go long for Centerville, and we're all tied at 4 apiece now. As Drew Honingford with the serve for the Hawks. The OHSBVA have had the boys volleyball in good hands for so many years, and this hit off the side from Seimer and Lakota East will give the point to Centerville. And next year, OHSBVA championships will maybe still be run by the OHSBVA, but it'll be under the purview of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, as it will finally eventually become a varsity sport, sanctioned sport. Oh, nice scramble for Centerville. Whitehead and the point off the back row. What a great flurry of action. Whitehead kept it alive and then able to knock that one down. Corey Holbrook from the back line found the opening. Centerville again on their home court. Now that would not happen if this does become OHSAA next year. Home teams cannot have matches on their home court. But this all set up well in advance as East able to get the kill off that sideline from Will Hulskamp. He finds a nice opening off that left sideline. Brings Lakota East back to within 1 at 6-5. And the serve for Reisner. That one deep. Here's the long set on that left sideline. Whitehead rolls it over. Oh, it's a chance, and Hulskamp gets it into a double block, and off the arms of Burley goes wide, and Lakota East has rallied to tie it up at 6 apiece. Not going away quietly. Give credit to Lakota East as they lost their big presence in the middle. Sebastian Navarro in the first set. And they are trying to hang close, but that serve goes into the net from Reisner. And we'll see Grant Hapner is now serving for Centerville. And a 7-6 lead for the Elks. And back to that thought about the OHSBVA though, but they have done such a magnificent job, and we have been partnered up, ESP Media and the OHSBVA have been partnered up for more than 10 years now, bringing you these matches and into the championship weekend. And we will be back at Pick Central next weekend. And a double block, and Burley and Parker Rings not letting that one get through off the side, and 3-point lead now for Centerville. Hapner with a couple of points, increase this lead to 9-6. But we are very happy to be a part of that next weekend. Myself and Jason Griefer will be up in Columbus, and one of these two teams will be part of the West region up there, and that ball falls shy for Lakota East. They're going to have to take a timeout. Centerville up 2-1 and leading by 4 here in the 4th set from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. Centerville with a 2-1 lead here in this first match of the West Regional Finals today. Trying to dispose of 6th seed Lakota East. Lakota East had to go through the number 5 seed Kettering Fairmont and the 4 seed Lakota West. And in each of those advances, they went 5 sets. So East not afraid to go deep into a match. They're going to need to do just that, but that's going to be a service ace off the timeout for Grant Hapner. Now a 5-point lead, and if East wants another 5-set thriller, they're going to have to dig deep here now. They're down 2-1 and trailing 11-6 here in the 4th set. And well, that one blocked off the top of the net and rolled right down. Burley got a piece of that one, but that one rolled right down the net from the middle and hit the antenna. And that will be a break of serve finally for East as They will bring Grant Seimer in to serve. And left-handed serve, Michael Phillip gets it up. Setting it over to the left side, and got a touch of the net. And Burley will get the kill. Carson Hill was over on the Burley set, but got a piece of it, but it went ricocheted over the side, and quick side out for Centerville. They'll get the serve right back, and leading it by a 12-7 margin. Kevin Whitehead serving. Pretty much seen the same group of players for both teams. Whitehead puts that one into the net for Centerville. So they break the easy way for Lakota East. It'll be Will Hulskamp serving now for Lakota East. Nice set, and it ends up being a kill. And the set for Whitehead into the double block, but out of bounds it goes from Lakota East. Now back and forth we go. And Aiden Burley will serve now for Centerville. Aiden Burley was the GWAC Player of the Year, and we'll learn about all regional and state players next weekend. Part of the state championship. There's a nice effort by Parker Rings, just dumps that one over. Got Lakota East a little flat-footed in the middle and found the donut hole was Parker Rings. And a 6-point lead for Centerville now as we're at a make-or-break time now for Lakota East, and getting a little help. Burley puts that one into the net. So service error. And it'll be Ryan Lyston serving now for the Hawks from Lakota East, as right off the top of the tape on that one. Outside set. Swing from Holbrook, popped up by East. Back row set. Swinging that one over was Hulskamp. Another chance for Centerville, and this time it's going to be a kill for Corey Holbrook. Dustin Arsenio tried to dig that one out and got hands on it, but couldn't keep it in the court. And it'll be a kill for Holbrook and Centerville. Back to the top of the serve rotation. Parker Rings serving for Centerville as they lead it 15-9, a 6-point lead, the biggest here in this fourth set. That'll be a 3-ball scramble for East, getting it over. Outside set to Moat, blocked, kept up by Centerville. Nice block by Reisner. And again trying to get the hit. This time though, Reisner sliding all the way over, got hands on it, but out of bounds it went. And a point for Centerville as they are now up 7 at 16-9. Centerville trying to close this one out if they can. East wants to keep it alive, and that would paint it right down the line. Will be an ace for Parker Rings, and that's just bad luck. His second ace of the set, and Lakota East will be forced to take their second timeout. 17-9 the lead for Centerville here in the fourth set. From ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. With John McCracken, Greg Waddell back at Centerville High School. West Region Division I final number 1 as the Centerville Elks, the number 1 seed, trying to close things out. They lost the first set to Lakota East. Centerville has won the next 2, 25-22 and 25-15, and now have a 17-9 lead here in this fourth set. Overhead on the serve from Lakota East, and going to the outside, and there's the kill. Great swing from Corey Holbrook, and a nice set from Parker Rings, and 9-point lead now for Centerville, as this one might be slipping away for Lakota East. Again, what a fantastic run they've had to get here to the regional finals. Back-to-back 5-set wins over Fairmont and Lakota West, their arch rival. I would have loved to have been in the gym for that the other night. That serve will go wrong from Parker Rings. And now the serving will be Max Bierman. Check that, Carson Hill for Lakota East. Carson Hill puts that one into the middle. And the middle set and kill for Centerville as Zane Greenberg They've used him sparingly, but when they have, he has been money for Centerville as he gets that one right back, and back to a 9-point lead. And going to Corey Holbrook in to serve now for the Elks. Joust at the net on the overhit, and they're going to say over the net was Carson Hill for Lakota East. And now in control with a 10-point lead is Centerville, as we will see the second serve from Holbrook. That one deep in the middle, and then an overhit, and then that clean hit by Whitehead hit the top of the net on his serve on the kill attempt, but then Whitehead on the outside gets that one off the hands of Jake Reisner, and that will be point to Centerville as they are starting to pull away now. Up 21-10, and a little moisture on the floor. That'll delay some things up. So we'll see the 11-point lead for Centerville as Corey Holbrook, who had 22 aces during the regular season and into the postseason, will be 4 points away from closing out this match. Nice high serve. Gets that one deep. There's East with a chance, but they'll just have to three-ball that one over. Going to the outside, note off the block. He off-sped that one and hit Dustin Arsenio's hands going over, and that's point to Centerville, and everything going the Elks' way now here on their home floor. And 3 points away from closing this one out. Another high toss for Holbrook. That one down the sideline this time, and middle set for Reisner. Kept alive by Centerville, and that was Greenberg. Getting that one deep, hit a couple of hands, and out it goes from Lakota East as they are now just 2 points away from being eliminated. And Ryan Lyston, sophomore out there, trying to maintain that emotion, trying to keep things in check. And now that serve goes awry for Holbrook, so a little bit of life for Lakota East as they are down 23-11. And back to serve, trying to hold on for dear life, is sophomore Drew Honigford. And what a young team Lakota East has, though. And they made it back to the regional finals this year like last, but they got a young team, and rest assured they're going to be heard from again in the future. But now at match points for Centerville, Michael Phillip equally will be around for a while. He's just a freshman, but trying to end this one out for Centerville and advance them on to the championship weekend. And a miss hit, but keeping it alive. One last swing. One returned up by Centerville, and a set into the middle, and Lakota East not going away quietly, keeping that one alive. Another chance for Centerville. There's Moat off the hands, and through it goes to Carson Hill, and that'll do it. As Centerville will get the kill from Brandon Moat, and they will win it 3-1 as they win this final one by a final score of 25-13. Congratulations on a great season for Lakota East, as their season will come to an end at 14-12. But you said a young team, and they will be back. Rest assured, Centerville, they will be back. They will advance on to Columbus next weekend, where they will get a chance to play for the OHS BVA Championships in Division I. But that'll wrap things up here. We still have 2 matches to go. Division II match coming up next. That will feature Chaminade Julienne, the 2 seed, against 1 seed Carroll. And then the other Division I regional final later this afternoon will feature 2 seed Beaver Creek and 3 seed Northmont Thunderbolts. But a 4-set win here for Centerville on their home court today. They will advance on as they oust Lakota East. You have been watching OHS BVA West Regional Finals from ESP Media, powered by Sidearm Sports. For John McCracken, Greg Waddell saying so long and thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon, everyone.